Well, I don't think he shoots enough of them. And I've said that all year. He passed up a couple. He passed up the one where he traveled at the top of the key, and he was wide open. And the more games he gets under his belt, the more he plays. That shot's going to go in more often than not. From a percentage standpoint, he's a really good shooter. Just him in the rim, and he had that opportunity. I mean, we were running things for him at the end of that game to see if we couldn't get him a look.
Yeah, he constantly tells me to take the open shot, and he's always in my ear about shooting the ball, and sometimes I feel comfortable shooting, sometimes I don't, and I think it's just a mindset. I gotta understand that if they're gonna give me that shot, I gotta take it.
Celtics lose again, 193. Happy Thanksgiving to you. This is the Garter Report. All right, so the Celtics lose again. They're 6-11. Not exactly a Thanksgiving gift, but that's why we don't give gifts on Thanksgiving. But first, let's give you this highlight reel. All right, Mike Conley cuddling on the ground, getting ready for this game. Let's go to the first quarter. 10-7 game. Jordan Crawford on the baseline finds a cutting Jeff Green. 1 point game, and that's as close as it would get in this one. But let's look towards Tony Allen. Who else is going to make things fun? I'm sorry, Mike Conley. 2-day jump Prince for the pull-up jumper. You can tell I'm pretty under the weather tonight. All right, so Brad Stevens is pretty pissed off in this one. They got one game to go before Thanksgiving, so let's see Jared Sullinger doing work on Zach Randolph. Nice back-to-the-basket game. Celtics down 15, though, in the second quarter. Just a minute later, got a nice one from TA pulling up off the crossover. 17 feet out. Mean mugging. Tony Allen's angry tonight. Let's go one play later. Jared Sullinger misses the layup, but a great putback by Avery Bradley. Pretty ferocious dunk for him. He's starting to make those plays more often now. Now, a big block from Brandon Bass. Celtics get on the break. A behind-the-back move by Gerald Wallace. And he's going to find Avery in the corner. Boom. Trey is good. Celtics down by 11 at this point. 45-34. That dude is definitely drunk. Mike Conley, after the first quarter, wasn't doing a ton, but he finds Zach Randolph, guys flying at him, and he still nails a 20-footer. Great shot by Randolph. Big second half for him. Now we have Jordan Crawford dribbling into the corner off of a pick and roll, and the ball gets stolen by TA, and then a nice finish. But, oh, Avery Bradley, what are you doing? Let him have the layup. No love here in Boston for TA. Great block by Avery Bradley. Let's take another look at that. But then Mike Conley breaking down the defense. Chris Humphries with a nice block, but you can't leave the lane open after that. Zach Randolph misses a layup, luckily for them. Now, let's go into the fourth quarter. Nice drive by Jeff Green to make it a 10-point game, 87-77. Then a few minutes later, Jeff Green banks in a way out there bomb off the glass. I don't think he called it, though, but the Celtics still down by 4. Jordan Crawford feeds it to Avery Bradley in the corner, and he makes it! What a shot by Bradley. Down 3, a little bit of hope there, and it's gone. Foul, going to the line, and that's it for this one. Celtics fall again. Okay, so let's talk about the guy that was on fire at the end of the game. Jared Sullinger went ape bleep. I'll bleep myself out on this one. He went nuts and took a game that wasn't a game at all and single-handedly brought it back to a pretty exciting finish.
Well, I wouldn't say single-handedly. I mean, Jeff Green and Avery Bradley added a lot, too.
Triple-handedly.
Triple-handedly. Those three guys did a lot. But, yeah, Sullinger, he surprised us. He made some three-pointers. He was shooting from all over the floor. He was doing a lot of things you don't ordinarily expect Jared Sullinger to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always going to be an energy player, getting rebounds, getting putbacks around the basket, but he's starting to show a little bit more of a diverse game than just swing around the rim, and it's really exciting. He's developing his game before our very eyes. Didn't get the win, but you like to see that improvement, and that's what this season is all about, right? Is improving gradually. Whether you get wins or losses, I mean, who really cares? We're just here to see the team develop. But they're 6-11, but they're growing. They're 6-11, but it's a good 6-11.
Well, the big thing Steven said about Sullinger was that you can't switch off of Sullinger because he's a guy that can shoot from the corner and from the elbow, and he's destructive in the post.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, you give him separation anywhere on the floor, and he's going to take advantage of it. And Stevens has been saying that he's pushing Sullinger to take the open shot wherever it is, even if it's a three-pointer, which we'll talk about later, I'm sure. You know, he just wants Sullinger to be aggressive whenever he's got an opportunity, no matter where it is, and Sullinger's slowly learning to do that at the NBA level. I mean, in college, he was a really confident player who could just score from anywhere. He's got to kind of relearn that in the pros now, and he's doing it, slowly but surely.
Okay, so let's talk about the Memphis point guards. Mike Conley, Jared Bayless, they combined for a huge night tonight. It was 36 points combined between the two of them. Conley didn't do a ton after the first quarter, though. That was kind of where he dominated. But Bayless was huge coming in with that second rotation into the first and into the second quarter. Huge again in the early fourth quarter. He was the guy that every time the Celtics would get to 10 points down, and they couldn't break into the single digits there because he would always hit a few key shots.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, if you look at the results that Jared Bayless has had for the last year and a half, he's been pretty inconsistent shooting all over the floor.
Yeah.
Tonight, he just randomly lights it up. What did he go? 6 for 10. A lot of key shots, like you said.
It's like a poor man's Jared Jack, kind of.
Who's
already a poor man's Jared Jack himself.
He's a poor man's something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of an aberration of a night for him, and unfortunate for the Celtics that it happens against them. But, yeah, I mean, hats off to him for tonight because he had a nice game. Yeah,
and Bayless is a good player. It's not like he's like a complete ghost of a player. He's a pretty good third guard. And
sure.
The fact is, they were going to get smoked by one of those point guards because Conley has been killing most of the NBA for about a year and a half now. Yeah. So they did a pretty good job on Conley, but Bayless was the one that took advantage of them.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
No. Let's just talk about Jeff Green because it's obligatory at this point.
Sure.
Mr. Trick or Treat, he had another huge treat game. He really was aggressive in the fourth quarter.
He was aggressive in the fourth quarter.
A bit surprising, actually.
Well, I mean, it kind of maddens you. Like, why can't he do this the other 3 quarters of the game? Or in the case of most of this team, it was like, why can't they do it the first 46 minutes of the game? Like, they just kind of came to life in the last 2 minutes, and it was just like, where was this all night long? Like, this team was putting us to sleep in the second quarter, and Jeff Green was one primary reason why. He just needs to kind of bring it on a more consistent level, and we've been saying this over and over and over for, you know.
This is actually a clip from a prior Garden Report.
Yeah, this is a clip show, you guys. Don't even bother watching us because we're just going to repeat the same points about Jeff Green over and over and over again. You know, he has these inspired little bursts, and he can't give you more than that, and that's why you're always losing 100-93. It's because, you know, he's not giving it to you for 48 minutes, or 36 even.
All right, well, we're going to give you one more video when we come back. Boxing out, Baller of the Night. This is the Garden Report on Celtics Blog and CLNS Radio.